Yeah, we see he suffers a blow, you know what I'm saying, on this one here coming in by, I think it's called Ewin, or whatever his name is, Ewin, on this matter, you know what I'm saying, on the 6/27, 24 at 4:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But he's writing here in this piece where he has that Brian Kemp, you know what I'm saying, to me he's a clown anyway. The Republican governor of Georgia has revealed he didn't vote for Donald Trump in the state 2024 GOP primary. But I mean, who gives a flying fuck? Kiss my fucking ass if you ain't thinking about doing something to save the world of which we live, other than back Zelensky pushing into Russia to cause a nuclear war and blow us all to smithereens under the under the blaminization that all Americans agree to what is going on. Because creep Joe Biden and these broke back bitches speak for us. Putin, he don't speak for us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we will be casualties of war, whatever the case may be. But be very clear, Putin. We do not agree with none of what we see going on or have been chunked up in our ways. And that goes for the criminal organization they call NATO. You know what I'm saying? Let that go out to Putin, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And we need to remove Netanyahu from the spot. We need to settle what's going on in Kenya as well. Barack Obama, little home man, he probably is orchestrating this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, sending forces while we looking at Kenya, he's sending the forces over to Haiti. Oh, we see the scheme. But now we see CDC warns Americans about increased risk of, I think it's called dengue virus or whatever, you know what I'm saying, in more ways than one. This is coming about Michael Schwartz 1 hour ago, coming off the WKBW7 News in Buffalo. We see where the CDC, you know what I'm saying, is warning Americans about the increased risk of dengue, I guess it's called virus infection, as a case of the mosquito-borne disease have reached a record high in America. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wonder why. CDC, okay. And then at the same time, you have been boom shakalaka and around the down. And then when somebody get bite by a mosquito and then go bite somebody else, the transformability is rakatakatam bam bam badam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? New York, as a whole, has more than 130 reported cases so far this year, with 124 cases reported in allergen in Allegheny and Erie County, I guess. However, the CDC reports that the infection in New York were caught outside of the state where the disease is more common. You know what I'm saying? The CDC reports over 1,500, you know, cases in Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, where there has been a public health emergency. Brazil has one of the highest, more numbers of cases globally. The CDC, I wonder why. The CDC show people are being infected in parts of Florida and the Virgin Islands. More than 7.5 million dengue cases, you know what I'm saying, and over 3,000 dengue-related deaths, you know what I'm saying, over 3,000 has been reported since the start of 2024. The data is from 73 counties and territories, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying, we're looking at all of that as well in the dengue stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because these are things that we know that we can definitely, know that it's going on in all ways. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. We know this is going on in all ways. So we're watching even that in itself. You know what I'm saying? We're watching that in itself. You know what I mean? So we have here where we have another one coming in by Tigo Rajo in Seoul, I guess. What? Leo Hodia? Something like that. 7 hours ago, coming off the Guardian. It says here in this one on the World Report, you know what I'm saying, we cannot deny the history, deny the history again. The Brazilian flood shows how German immigrants silence black and indigenous stories. Yes, we see here where Dominga Mendes was only 12 years old when he danced for the dictator. Yeah, he definitely when she danced for the dictator. Oh yeah, it was 25. It was 25th, the 25th day, July 1974 in Seoul, Libertador, whatever the place called, a medium-sized city in Brazil, southmost state, Rio de Janeiro. You know what I'm saying? Seoul or whatever, Rio Grande do Sul was celebrated both in the anniversary of the founding and the 150 years of German immigrants in Brazil. You know what I'm saying? The leader of the Brazilian military dictatorship, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, General Ernesto, you know what I'm saying? Greasehead fucking in deep state motherfucking bullshitical motherfucking criminal ass no more than the same as Papa Dadu Valia. The rest of them criminal motherfuckers across the planet was himself a German descent and was guest of honor at the ceremony. Imagine that. The dictatorship extension or whatever Greasehead dumbass Giselle or whatever was himself a German, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? In more ways than what he was honored the ceremony, and next to the Sinus River, where the first German immigrant had arrived in 1824. 120 girls, you know what I'm saying, dance, outrage, dance on stage, each wearing a leopard, I think it's called a leopard with one of three colors in this matter, in one of three colors in this matter, as we see of the state flag. You know what I'm saying? The whitest girl, the whitest girl were wearing green. The black girls were wearing red, and the light brown skin were wearing yellow. Oh, see how they're secularizing the situation? See how they're secularizing the situation? Oh, yeah, they're just secularized. In all ways, they're just secularized. In all ways, as we see. But we know full well that Germany and many other people in time has done many of this in all ways. We don't need to go down to history. We know full well what they have done in more ways than one in the country, because the Germans act as if like they're not guilty of what we see going on. This is why we're looking at the same situation we're seeing in the Gaza Strip, because that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. In more ways than one, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Even when we look at, you know what I'm saying, many of these historical facts, you know what I'm saying, you can see where they had done so much crime in these countries, You know what I'm saying? And so much killing that's going around, going in people's country, taking over, doing all types of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even the biggest problems now is the psychology. You know what I'm saying? The psychological. Families have lost the schools as a reference point. Their health clinics and their church, they lost everything. Said that, you know, the man of the city, you know what I'm saying, in these times, because much of the Germans went into not only Brazil, but they went into many other countries, and then when they left out, historically made sure, this is another thing they're good for that people don't know. They're good with covering up their crimes by historically suppressing the information to come out. This is why they started talking about many documents were declassified for public and so on and so on, and these actions, you know, that and so on and so on, because a lot of this shit that they were doing in more ways than one was based on the same bullshit. Was based on the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And we know that. And we know that. You know what I'm saying? And we know that. You know what I mean? We know that. I don't know why that's on, but we know that. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't fooling nobody with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But we see a Laker dude is accused of calling an African American woman some kind of name. You know what I'm saying? We see student loans, you know, and many things. We see that. Let's see what we got over here. So we see where here's another one that seems to don't make any kind of sense these days in no shape or form. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why it is that they have such a rhetoric against this dude. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that, you know what I'm saying, because we know for many of them are affiliated into many things that, you know, definitely is a part of their political circus. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. You know what I'm saying? In all ways. It's a part of the political circus in all ways. So we know for well that this doesn't make sense as to what it is they're doing to Robert F. Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? To where you would even formulate a lawsuit in order for him to not, you know, be in government in no shape or form, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, what is a big deal with Robert F. Kennedy based on him running for office? You know what I'm saying? Because he's probably running on a Democratic ticket any damn way. You know what I'm saying? He's probably running on a Democratic ticket anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, we see the bar is in hell for Creep Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? We see Bakari Sella say the moment, this moment in debate will be, so on and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So we see where, you know, even that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to see what's going on here with my man to see why it is they have such an animosity against Robert F. Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he would make a good candidate and a good debater on the stage. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why the Democrats don't want him there unless he's going to stick it to keep Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And I got a Lex coming up from Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? My man, Farrah Love, you know what I'm saying? Farrakhan up there doing his thing, you know what I mean? He showed me something, and I want to definitely listen to his Lex all the way through, which I'm going to do in order to see, you know what I'm saying, the answer to my query, you know what I mean, in more ways than one. So right now, we're just basically trying to see where this debate is going to go in all ways. You know what I'm saying? People need to be more aware of what's going on in our country in all ways. But we see where the bar is in hell. He's saying the moment in the debate will be the most important in this matter. You You know what I'm saying? But we see CNN lion-ass political commentator Bakari Sulla explains, you know what I'm saying, why the first 15 minutes of the CNN debate will be between creepy, brokeback bitch pedophilia Biden and the great Donald Trump will be the most important. Nah, it ain't gonna be the most important. The whole fucking debate is important all the way down to the last letter. Don't go for that 15-minute bullshit. Lying psychologist, CNN garbage. Don't fall for that piece of shit. We want to see the debate go mano a mano all the way down to the last nit and grit. You know what I'm saying? Nit and grit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to see. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, and we see where, you know, they don't want me to get this one up here because I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But we need to find out what's going on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This one is called the Democrats and their allies. The Democrats, the demon blood-sucking, democratized Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And their allies, you know what I'm saying? How dare you change our country, the word country, to democracy and demon mockery? Who the fuck gave them the right to even do that bullshit? I really don't know. And even put mathematical hexic stars of being in the flag. You know what I'm saying? And think that we didn't see that when Bush pulled that move, Donkey Jr. You know what I'm saying? But we see here where in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying? And I'm beginning to watch Nick Nolte's show too on right here on local 90.1, because all he does to me is Trump bash in all fucking ways and do a whole bunch of motherfucking lying and talking about bullshit that he know for well that he truly investigate his fucking self. You know what I'm saying? So why are you up on 90.1 calling it the most dangerous station in the nation? Yeah, it is the most dangerous group of sometimes, not all, let's be honest, of course, but certain shows, you know what I'm saying, to me as a lying lips of abomination trying to use a fake truth that was chunked up in the first place in order to use it as some form of platform of the lying shit. You know what I'm saying? But we see the demon Democrats, you know what I'm saying, and their allies have sued to keep John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. off the ballot in several states. You know what I'm saying? By Allison Novel. You know what I'm saying? One day ago, coming off of CBS News. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching their ass as well. You know what I'm saying? As independent, he's coming on as an independent, you know what I'm saying, presidential candidate, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., you know what I'm saying, ramps up efforts to secure the ballot access in all 50 states. He faces stiff resistance from the demon Democrats' political opponent attempting to block his November election bid with multiple lawsuits. Imagine that bullshit. How the fuck you gonna block somebody with multiple lawsuits in order for the man to just be a part of the political arena and running for office? What kind of shit is that? You see how the demon Democrats do? Always want to tell somebody what they can and cannot fucking do. This is what they've been doing to black people all along. While black people sitting up there getting all these so-called trinkets and bullshit, you still will be pushed into projects, pull help, pull this, you know, saying areas where the atmosphere was polluted. You've been pushed into every fucking corner, and you still sitting up there voting for the same motherfucker who was pushing you into that corner, along with what took place in your ancestors prior, you know what I'm saying, with the Ku Klux Klan and forced Lady Bradford in 1865. You have betrayed your own people for how many years and kept them in poverty and low wages and all types of bullshit. That goes for women too. You know what I'm saying? All types of bullshit in our government and calling it some kind of nobility because you want to suck the balls of the demon Democrats rather than form your own and form a strong political base. You know what I'm saying? So you want to sue this man because he wants to run for office. Imagine that. Kennedy vowed to be on the ballot in every state by the end of July with just over a month to go. You know what I'm saying, he's made it on the ballot in 5 states: Utah, Michigan, Delaware, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. But Kennedy is also facing legal challenge in 5 states: Nevada, New York. Listen to the states. What the? Nevada, New York, North Carolina, Delaware, and New Jersey? What the fuck did he do to you? To where you would do this to Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? Something don't seem right here. You know what I'm saying? In New Jersey. In some of those states, he submitted signature for ballot access. Several of the political opponents say they're not finished filing lawsuits against him, calling him a spoiler candidate. How's he a spoiler candidate? Spoiling who? Must we ask. You know what I'm saying? Who will likely throw the election in President Donald J. Trump's favor? Imagine that. Oh, looky. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was recruited to run by MAGA Republicans, in being propped up by Trump's largest donor. And his own campaign staff has said their goal is to hurt Creep Joe Biden. So who's Creep Joe Biden, a baby? A demon, blood-clad, sucking, devil-worship child from the fraternal order in which he and Andy Fauci and Bill Gates and the Zionists and all the rest of y'all motherfuckers belong to, who feel that if we don't listen to you, you have a right to destroy the world. This is what they don't believe in our religion, so we have a right because we're superior, and to destroy the world, and everyone in it that don't follow and believe in us. Oh yeah. And saying that, the largest donor and his own campaign staff has said their goal is that's alleged and wordplay and bullshit. You saying bullshit. Their goal is to hurt Creep Joe Biden. The creep himself needs to be hurt for the 75 or 50, 60, 70 years of government and pure garbage that he has done to our country. You would not believe, and if he didn't do it by himself, he was a participator, a facilitator in pushing bills and orders and all types of shit into Congress that constantly destroyed black people, along with the same thing they did when they had the Ku Klux Klan. It's no different. You know what I'm saying? They still doing the same thing from within even your government. You know what I'm saying? So black people have got to get off the Democratic ticket, stop that fuckery bullshit, and get that LBJ nutcase ass screwball cock-money cock-sucking fucking idiot you was calling a fucking president. You know what I'm saying? Talking about if these Negroes think that they're so smart, they're gonna get civil rights and all this bullshit, and you still voted for this motherfucker and all types of demon Democrats after they pulled our country through a whirlwind of garbage and disenfranchisement of black people in all economical status sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But we see where he's saying the goal is to hurt him. So who's a baby, can't hold his own? What the fuck? Said Matthew, Karina Donnie, or whatever his name. Yeah, probably working for the deep state. Yeah, talking about Matthew Karina Donnie. Yeah, you fool of shit. A spokesman for the Demon Democratic National Committee. Yeah, he's working for the deep state. You know what I'm saying? He's a crook, just like the old books. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Working for the deep state, the Demon Democratic National Party, Antifa, and Evil, and all the rest of them. He has no real grassroots support, no pathway to 270 electoral votes. Who's you to say that? The people should vote for Robert F. Kennedy now more than ever, just because these clowns is doing this. They should put it in and fuck your lawsuits, because you shouldn't be able to sue no candidate from running on the ballot, especially one of the sons of the President of the United States, his father himself, you know what I'm saying, Robert F. Kennedy Sr., you know what I'm saying, and his father, the great himself, who tried to do what he can do, you know what I'm saying, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. He even warned us about these mega inside, you know what I'm saying, within our government, you know what I'm saying. But we see here, he's actually saying that this man don't have listen to it, he don't have the electoral votes, and his campaign is resorting to patterns of deception and shortcuts to circumvent state rules. This is alleged. Prove it. Prove it. You know what I'm saying? State rules, independent candidate ballot access. You know what I'm saying? The DNC, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The DNC, Democratic National Jackasses, deep state motherfucker, Evo, Antifa, and all the rest of y'all punk motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Fucking up our country and scrambling the eggs like a motherfucker, ain't you? Damn. Put some paprika on that beach. You know what I'm saying? But the DNC, Demon Democratic Party, you know what I'm saying, pledged to continue its efforts to challenge Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. ballot access effort and make sure that he is played by the rules. Man, fuck you. Y'all never play by the fucking rules. If you got some nerve to sit up here and talk about somebody fucking playing by the motherfucking rules. Somebody playing by the motherfucking rules. You full of shit. And you know it. You full of shit.